Yep, me again. I'm back, and I've returned for obvious reasons. It's draft week, one of the 3 best times on the NFL schedule, and undoubtedly the greatest part of the offseason. And I know things feel a little deflated this year without that first round pick. It's like Christmas morning without the big ticket item. But chin up, the Vikings still have 8 draft picks overall, including 5 in the first 4 rounds. And just because there's no splashy first rounder, that doesn't mean we still can't get excited about the draft. I mean, I still get excited about Christmas morning even though I now know the idea of Santa is a lie. Like Ryan Cook can play tackle, or Troy Williamson can catch.
Tavares Jackson with time, puts it up deep, he's got a man wide open, and Williamson dropped it! Troy Williamson dropped it! He was 10 yards ahead of the field.
So let's get jazzed. Let's figure out who the squad should take. Now, many people will say you shouldn't draft for need. In fact, Adam Warwis, the boss here at Vikings territory, says this all the time. But he also says you should only draft tight ends, so I don't know. The truth is, gang, need is a consideration for every team when drafting. Think of it this way. If you're really just drafting best player available, that could conceivably be the same position every single round. Would any NFL team draft 7 cornerbacks in a row? No. Well, let me give you another example. It'd be like, I don't know, one NBA team taking 2 point guards in the top 6 of a draft. I mean, it's too crazy to even fathom. So need is a real thing. Not the only thing, but one of the things. And with that in mind, here are my top 3 draft needs for the old Vikings. Number 1, ham.
I want all the ham.
The offensive line woes cannot be fixed in one offseason, and the squad did make a few nice signings in Reef and Remmers, and that should help. But what are they going to do when both of them get injured at the same time, which definitely will happen at some point because the Lord hates us? That's why I'm advocating drafting ham early and often. Big, girthy guys to block up front. If I've learned anything from Minnesota's oldest academic institution of higher learning, it's that putting the ham on the line is a recipe for success and longevity. But Sam, it's a different era now. The days of the lovable fat guys in the trenches are over. In the modern NFL, you need lean, rangy athletes to block those speedy edge rushers. Really? Nonsense. When it comes to offensive line, you go get ham. And one such prospect who just might be there in the second round when the Vikings pick, Indiana's Dan Feeney. Look at him. He's perfect. Grade A, grass-fed, choice ham. Go get Feeney and fix that guard spot. And get some other pudgy guys later on too. Number 2, running back. Now I don't feel as strongly about this one, so I'll be brief. I know the squad went out and signed Latavius Murray, but his contract is essentially just a 1-year deal, and he's not that good. I have a feeling if fantasy football didn't exist, people would be a lot less excited about Murray. Also, there would be fewer boring workplace conversations, but I digress. McKinnon's fine, but you need to pair someone with him long term. Now, I'm not advocating drafting Joe Mixon because I don't want to invite the wrath of Adam Patrick. But if they could be had in the middle rounds, I like a Wayne Gallman, hat tip to Drew Mahold's recent Vikings territory article exploring this very thing, or a Foreman from Texas. I don't know how to pronounce his first name. And number 3, linebacker. This is where I try to sound smart by saying things like Will or Sam, rather than just weak side or strong side, even though they mean the exact same thing. No, but seriously, even though teams spend so much time in the nickel these days, that third linebacker spot next to Barr and Kendricks is really a problem, especially after Greenway's retirement, and the team's going to need to fix it if they want to shore up that run defense. I say find someone to play the middle, Mike, and move Kendricks to weak side on running downs, which Zimmer has said is probably his natural spot anyway. I've talked enough, but please, seriously, do join us at Vikings territory this weekend for the draft. We are going to have a lot of good content. I might even write something. Until then, pour yourself a scotch, kick up your heels, and dream the delicious dreams of added ham.
I want all the ham.
See you Thursday. Friday, really.